Today I thought about Atlantropa, the mega project proposal that would join Africa and Europe into one massive supercontinent, dam an ocean, and drain a few seas. I know it sounds like a bad conspiracy theory, but let me explain. It all started at the end of World War I and this book. Europe had problems, and this evil German beaver, disguised as a human being, decided that he was going to be the savior of Europe. Meet Herman Sörgel, a self-proclaimed pacifist architect who came up with the idea of Atlantropa. He looked at the map of the world and decided that Europe was too small and needed more Africa. He mainlined Spengler's Decline of the West, saw Africa and Europe, and decided to play Candy Crush with them to create the mega candy of Eurafrica. Here's the plan. Brace yourselves. Step 1. Build a massive 14-kilometer long dam across Gibraltar. Step 2. Block the Mediterranean from the Atlantic. Step 3. Let the sea evaporate. Yes, evaporate. He literally wanted to turn the Mediterranean into a giant puddle and wait for the sun to do the rest. It's the kind of plan you come up with after 4 shots of espresso and a massive misunderstanding of how water works. And because this wasn't stupid enough, he added a second dam between Sicily and Tunisia, a third one at Dardanelles, massive locks at Suez, and an entire replumbing of the Congo River. This wasn't a project. This was the world's largest war crime disguised as civil engineering. His idealistic vision and what he thought would happen was the world would get infinite electricity, there would be peace on earth, and there would be 660,000 square kilometers of new land. He envisioned railways from Berlin to Cape Town and a massive administrative tower in Gibraltar. Because ego. He believed that the Africans would willingly give up their homes, their lands, their rivers, their rainforests, and entire ecosystems. All because Europe needed more beachfront property. And he called all this pacifism. It's like dropping a nuke and calling it a surprise heat upgrade. Here is what would actually happen if his plan was implemented. A continent-sized salt flat. That's right, when massive seas dry up, they don't turn into lush farmlands, they turn into the set of Breaking Bad. The Mediterranean would become one massive salt desert, blowing corrosive salt storms across Europe, Africa, and your lunch. The Congo Sea. He wanted to drown the Congo rainforest and turn it into a massive 900,000 square kilometer Congo Sea, a continent-sized eviction notice for the rainforest ecosystem. Lake Chad turns into Mega Chad. Cool name. Horrible consequences. A second Nile cutting across the Sahara, because if you're already terraforming continents, why stop now? And absolute climate collapse. Cutting off the Mediterranean outflow would weaken the Gulf Stream, causing disasters. Britain would turn into Norway, Norway would turn into Hoth, and Germany would turn into a giant freezer that also hates you. 100 to 200 years of construction. This was by design, because he thought that if all of Europe was busy in construction for 100 to 200 years, they wouldn't have enough time for all the wars and all the murdery stuff. This dude wanted your grandkids to still be pouring concrete. By the way, there wasn't enough concrete in the whole world at that point, or the possibility to make enough concrete for just the Gibraltar Dam. But never mind the minor details. Fun fact, he tried to sell his idea to the Nazis, who took one look at this guy and his idea and said, dude, chill out. Yeah, the people who created concentration camps told this guy to chill out. Yeah, they thought this guy was crazy. Main reasons why this project died, thankfully. Number 1, nuclear power arrived, and therefore the construction of dams for hydroelectric power was not that important anymore. And another reason was colonization went out of fashion, and it turns out newly independent nations do not want Europe to flood their rainforests so that they can irrigate Sicily. And the main and most important reason, it was stupid. Just objectively very stupid. But hey, at least he gave us something. A perfect example of how overconfident men with blueprints can almost destroy the world without touching a single brick. That's all about Atlantropa. If you like the video, or if you want to suggest more topics, or if you just want to say hi, do make sure to make use of the comment section. Do like, share and subscribe. That's all for today.